What's up, everybody? This is Kieran Reese, otherwise known as the Obsessive Compulsive Gamer, the O.C.G. And I'm here to talk about something that I really don't want to talk about because I want it to die, to go away. And that is, you guessed it, Gamergate. Oh my god, I don't even want to bring it up. The fact that it is now 2022 and we are still talking about Gamergate makes my soul hurt. Oh, man. Gamergate, for those of you who are uninformed, the people among you who are blissfully, ignorantly uninformed, cherish that innocence, is basically, back in about 2016, 2017, somewhere about there, I'm going to say 2016, was exposing the sexism and rampant misogyny and vile behavior of the gaming community and showing us how awful we were. Oh, wait, that's right. No, it wasn't. Now, see, that's what they'll tell you Gamergate is. That's what the SJWs will say is when we realized it was when 3 brave women took a stand against how bad gaming had become. Well, that could not be farther from the truth. And this is me breaking it down because more people need to understand what Gamergate really was, and so we can just let it die. Because if I keep hearing about Gamergate, I'm going to lose my fucking mind. There's 3 figureheads behind Gamergate. You have Zoe Quinn, Anita Sarkeesian, and Zombie Unicorn, i.e. Natty Casanova. Probably not a real fucking name. I don't care. And these are all public. They're public names, so it's not like I'm fucking doxing anyone. These women, all 3 of these women are terrible people and grifters. And Gamergate is like the biggest fucking con that they have perpetuated against the left. And it's amazing because it's the left that's really getting played. See, Zoe Quinn is a special piece of work. Just one of the lousiest people I think I've ever seen. This all started because she was exposed, right? And I shit you not, because she was sleeping with 5 guys at once. 4 of them who were reviewing her game. Now, besides the fact that is just insanely scummy, that she, to be in a committed relationship, she was in a committed relationship with a fiance and she did this, and these guys didn't know that she was borking the other guys. These people that she was borking were supposed to be games journalists, and obviously, that's a topic for another video. Well, what games journalism really means these days, because it actually means pretty much jack fucking shit now. But, and people who found out about this, and it really came to light because her fiance outed her, which, it seems vindictive, it seems a little bit petty, but if you were going to get married to someone, you were engaged to somebody, and you found out they were screwing 4 other guys, you'd probably be a little angry. He outed her. And a bunch of gamers and a bunch of people who were already kind of fed up with gaming reviews rightfully called Zoe Quinn out on this shit. Saying you a hoe. And I'm sorry. If you were having sex with 5 guys at once that you were not dating, that is kind of hoish. I'm sorry. And it's not just a girl thing. If a guy was fucking like 5 different girls at once and, wasn't dating 4 of them, I would say, dude, you're kind of a hoe. You're kind of a pussy marauder. Sleeping around with, especially when you're in a committed relationship and you're borking these people on the side. That's not cool. So people called her out on that. And this woman had a fucking meltdown. She claimed it was harassment. They just hate me because I'm a woman. And somehow, I guess this is because we come into the point where SJWs were coming on to, woman culture and woman empowerment. This took off. And it was called Gamergate. And instead of it being about what it was, which was them exposing one woman's shitty behavior, holding her accountable, it became shining a light on how bad the gaming industry really is. Oh, man. It got to the point where these women were speaking in front of fucking Congress. But you know what? And it's like, buckle up, because we got a lot to cover. I'm going to break down to you why each of the three women that I'm just talking about are just terrible, terrible human beings, and break down the problem with all of this. Yeah, my chair is falling apart. Welcome to it. I have one folding chair to sit in, and it's breaking. Welcome to my life. Okay, so Zoe Quinn, already, she should be in the red because she fucked four people that were reviewing her magazine, her game, and lied about it. She said that she wasn't. Oh my god. But then when you do digging into Zoe Quinn, it gets so much worse. She totally said, right, that she was a killer, that a guy tried to sexually assault her and she killed him. That was a lie. Guy didn't sexually assault her. She didn't kill him, which, I mean, good in that case that she didn't kill him. Obviously, I don't want somebody to die, but she did basically kill a guy later. We're going to get to that. Okay, then... Oh, my goodness. She spent years making a living off of talking about Gamergate, saying they harassed her, and doing a lot of shady shit, and in fact... Many people suspect, we can't prove this, so I have to say, allegedly, that she actually hired people to harass her. And it's really weird, too. You should look into what Candace Owen has to say about it. And I'm not, you know what, Candace Owen, she's super right-wing, I don't give a shit. She actually did talk to Zoe Quinn, so she's got a lot more input on this. But every single fucking time that it almost seemed like the world had moved on from Zoe Quinn, she would pop up and have some more shit to go over. And it culminated with her accusing her boyfriend, Alex Halawaka, her ex-boyfriend, they had stopped dating, of raping her. Now, I just want to say, right, I just want to make this very clear from the rip. I was molested, and I've known people very close to me who were forcibly raped. Obviously, I'm not going to disclose who they were. It's confidence. So it's a very serious topic to me. And if you're a guy that raped somebody, you are the biggest piece of shit that the world has ever seen. That's it. I'm not defending rape. But I do believe that you need evidence, that we should not just believe an accusation. You should not just be able to get on social media, say this person sexually assaulted me, and then it be acted like that's fact, like they were already tried in a case of law. That is fucked up. In America, and honestly the whole rest of the world, but especially America, you were innocent until proven guilty. And now, this girl said it must be true. It should never be that way. It shouldn't be that way for a guy either. If you're going to accuse somebody something like that, you better have evidence to back it up. Like, as a society, if I was to come up to somebody and say, you stole from me, You say, where's your fucking proof? And I have to provide proof if I wanted to get you arrested, destroy your life. If I said you murdered someone, you say, where's your proof? And I have to provide proof. If I said you raped me, oh, we believe you. Do you see how that doesn't work? You know? So she accused Alex Holowaka of sexually assaulting her. And it destroyed his life. He lost the game that he was working on, which was the only thing he was working on. His best friends distanced themselves from him. And being already a super depressed person who had already attempted suicide, he was so ashamed of what this woman said, he killed himself. He had lost his game, his company, his reputation. And people were going to this man's sister and saying, well, I hope he burns in hell after what he did. There has been a shit ton of evidence that has shown that Zoe Quinn most likely was not assaulted. She said that he beat her. She was in public right around the time she said that he savagely beat her. No marks. She said that he would not let her leave the house. She went to a fucking gaming convention with him during those times and was spotted in public. She said that he would not let her use her phone during the time they've shown multiple posts on social media. And during the con, she was kissing on him, loving on him. She was not acting like a scared victim. And honestly, there's a lot more proof to it than that. There are people who've just make entire videos just showing how Zoe Quinn lied about what Alex Walker did. She has absolutely no evidence to back up her story, but there's a ton of evidence to say she's a liar. Credible fucking evidence, witnesses, photographs, text messages showing, that she was fucking lying. So it's clear to anyone who does any evidence, anyone who does any research, she's guilty of fraud, And dude is fucking dead. Oh my god. Well, you know what? Now she's writing a memoir. Of course she is, right? Of course she is. Called Crash Override. A way to fucking riff off of 90s culture, by the way. How Gamergate ruined my life. Bitch, Gamergate made your life. You would not have a life without Gamergate. You would just be some person that fucked 5 dudes to get a good review for her game. Nobody would even know who you are if it wasn't for Gamergate. Gamergate ruined your life. You are Gamergate now. Okay, and that's not even talking, right? That's not even talking about her, how she basically stole 80 grand. She did a Kickstarter, and a lot of Kickstarters trying to be a waste of money, sadly, where she was going to do a Chuck Tingle. He's a famous erotic character. I'm not super well versed on erotic characters, but apparently he's a pornographic character of some renown. I'm trying to... sorry. It's late. Trying to say this in a way that's not, dirty. But he's just a lewd character. He has a lot of fans. So she was going to do a text-based adventure with Chuck Tingle, working with the author of the Chuck Tingle books. Okay, fine. She asked for 80 grand. Now, when I say text-based adventure, I literally mean it's a text-based game which is just strings of data. It requires almost no knowledge of making a game. It requires rudimentary coding. I'm saying anyone with basic knowledge of games could make one if given enough time. So that the fact that you would need 80 grand to make a game that was so simplistic really doesn't make sense, but fine. It has been over 5 years since people have seen an update for this game. 5 years! And she does not have one lick of progress to show for the 5 years of dev time. Actually, it's more, because it's been like 5 years since the last update. So, she basically stole that money. Just straight up took it. Fucking disappeared in the night. And yet, nobody wants to admit that. All of the SJWs talking about woman empowerment and how Gamergate ruined her life, not talking about all the people she kinda 80 grand out of. Does that have to do with her? Like, is Gamergate to blame for her stealing almost $100,000 from people? And meanwhile, she was talking about how she couldn't finish the game because she ran out of money. Oh my god. Well, she was taking a 5-star vacation in Japan. I shit you not. She's like, I don't have any money to finish the game, even though you guys gave me the money, but it wasn't enough. While she's in fucking tweeting about being in a 5-star hotel and showing pictures of her wearing a fucking kimono. A silk kimono. Like, you know? And her fucking friends, Jim Sterling. Triple A! Jim Triple A Sterling. And you see how annoying and grating it is? That's how annoying and grating it sounds when he says that. I'm sorry, they. He's now non-binary. You know, I'm not gonna fucking split hairs. That's how annoying they sound when they say that. You know, I grew up with Jim Sterling being a dude, so it's ingrained in my head. But, you know, they. I'm not gonna, you know, disrespect him on his pronouns. I'm gonna disrespect him. Fuck! I'm going to disrespect him for being an asshole. That's what bothers me. Jim Sterling is an asshole. He could be man, female, whatever. He's an they're an asshole, regardless. And I'm sorry, I've known him as a forgive me. I'm not trying to do this. They're an asshole. I'm just gonna move on. I'm not meaning to do that. I'm just so used to talking about him like that. No. I don't care. Okay, so anyway, Jim Sterling covered for her. He's always talking about holding the AAA game market accountable, holding people accountable. But when his fucking friend made off with 80 grand and he helped to work on that game, by the way, he helped voice roles, which we've yet to see, then he can't be bothered to ask her where the fucking money is. See the issue? You see the problem? So, we have a chick that fucks 5 guys to get a good review. Fucks around on her boyfriend. We have a chick that steals 80 grand from people and then tries to blame it on them not giving her enough money. We have a chick who cries about being a victim while making her whole life about victimhood. She's a professional victim. And we have a woman who pushed a guy into killing himself because she took everything that he had. His name, his reputation, everything was away from him. And there's mountains of evidence. Okay? But we're going to believe Gamergate. We're going to say she's the victim when she is robbed. Oh, so many people. That's you. And I swear to God, what's so weird is Gamergate has now turned in to this basically the way for the super far left. I'm more of a centrist, by the way. To justify fucking everything. They're saying Gamergate is why Trump got elected. What? I don't like Trump. I really don't like Trump. I've never liked Trump. Okay? But to say that a chick being harassed for gaming, even if that's what you thought happened, it's not, but whatever, is how Trump got elected? Oh my God. Oh my God. They're saying that, I've heard people try to say that it's to blame for COVID. Yes, a woman getting harassed 4 years before COVID popped up on the scene is to blame for fucking COVID. Oh my god. And it's just every single time something happens, even if it's not gaming related, like the presidency, it somehow comes back to being Gamergate's fault. Even if you go by the story that it was Zoe Quinn being harassed, that shit is done and dusted. Let it go. I'm so tired of hearing about Gamergate. I could scream. Let it go. I don't care if you're left. I don't care if you're right. It's done. I'm sorry, and I just, this is a midnight rant. I just, once again, seeing her book, seeing the fact that all these years later, she's still milking that titty dry, just drove me over the edge, man. Just drove me over the edge. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Not wasting anymore. Let it go. Seriously, though, and I could go on about this shit all day. And if you'd like to hear me go on about that shit all day, just let me know. I can go on to Anita Sarkeesian next. I can do Natty Casanova. Both of them are chef's kiss stuff to talk about. And I'm going to try doing more of these commentary videos. I'm very opinionated, and my family gets tired of hearing me rant, so I might as well make the internet suffer with my rants. I've been told by my family, anyway, that I should get my opinions out there, and I've seen other people who basically talk and rant while playing game footage, and they're doing pretty well, so might as well. So yeah, and if you could like, comment, and subscribe, I would really appreciate that. Thank you. Have a great day. O.C.G. out!